Hello, welcome back to the channel. We are still in Canada. We're not back in the States just yet. We are going to be crossing into the border in today's episode. We're going to be camping in today's episode. I wanted to make today an educational video, kind of. Yeah, I want to inform you guys about how I make what I do even possible, because I don't just get in the car or my truck and just pull over on the side of the road. I have done that before, but that's like last resort type of thing, right? We don't always want to do that. I went into the store, grabbed a notepad, wrote down a bunch of stuff that I wanted to tell you guys about how I know where to camp. It's intimidating going to a state you've never been to, which I do all the time, going into a new country. We're in Canada. I've never even been to this area in my entire life. Pretty much everything you guys see in the videos are brand new to me, right? So it's just intimidating trying to find a place to call home for the night. But with all these resources, I have 5 or 6 on this list right now that's gonna hopefully help you guys out, because it's things that's helped me out. I think it's important to know where to camp, yes, but it's also important to figure out the area you're in and see what's cool around your area. So I'm also going to show you guys how I find cool spots to go to when I've never been to the area before. So we're going to talk about a lot more than just where to camp. And we're also physically going to camp and do a lot of other cool things. Like right now, we're going to cross back into America. And before we do that, we're going to Niagara Falls, which is a massive, massive bucket list place. So if you ask me, I'm pretty excited right now. So I will not take credit for this one, because I will give credit where credit is due. I didn't find this one by myself. Found this one online by someone that I follow, and I really do apologize. I don't remember her TikTok account, but if I find it, I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna try to find it. This is not an app. This is a website, and it's not .com, it's .net, which a lot of people end up messing up on. It is called freecampsites.net. I have personally used freecampsites.net 1,000 times. When we were on our road trip down the entire East Coast from Rhode Island to Florida, we stayed at 3 of them in order to get to Alabama, which was our first main stop. So I've used freecampsites.net numerous times. Too many times. This is crazy. I think I picked the best day known to mankind to come to Niagara Falls. It's like 37 degrees out, pouring rain, but we're almost there. I can see it just in the distance, which is so cool. Like, it looks unreal just from here. Oh no. Whoa. Whoa, I didn't see that. I think that's actually Niagara Falls. Whoa. There's so many people here, so I can't imagine on like a nice warm summer day. And the hotels around here are so crazy expensive, and they all look so run down. This is so sick. This is a cool way to end our Canadian portion of the trip. This is the last stop before we head back to America. I don't know what's up with me, but the second we got here, I started to not feel good. My stomach is so uneasy, super lightheaded, not really sure what's going on. It's the first time off trip. I've kind of felt weird, not really comprehending what's going on right now. I'm trying to. Not feeling great. Bought this at Tim Hortons, because where else would you go in Canada? Trying to chug this entire thing, and it's making me feel a little bit better. I might just be dehydrated. I'm usually really good with drinking water, and I feel like I have been, but I don't know. My truck is a disaster. Oh, It's okay, so is my life, so. Okay, we're gonna talk about Google Maps for sure, but I feel like that's more of the most common thing for me to say to you guys right now is to go on Google Maps, the street view, what to look up when you're on Google Maps. I legitimately find 90% of my campsites off of Google Maps. I will sit on my phone for hours and hours trying to find campsites, and they're amazing. So we're gonna skip over Google Maps and kind of talk about that later. I feel like that one's a given, but I will show you guys what I do in order to find spots on Google Maps. And then we're gonna talk about what we're doing tonight. Becca, where are you camping tonight? This is not sponsored at all, okay? This is really not sponsored. But I thought it would be really cool to talk about a couple apps that I use, and just like from personal experience. I never talked to any of these companies before, or apps, whatever. Everyone kind of knows what Airbnb and Vrbo is. It's rental property places. So think about this app being like Airbnb, Vrbo, but for camping, for campsites and all that stuff. This one, easily one of my favorites. If you're feeling a little frisky, you want to spend some money, this is the place. Hipcamp, baby. Hipcamp is so cool. So say, let's go in here. I'm not even gonna put a destination in. Dates. Let's go to like July 22nd to the 3rd. I don't know. We have one person. And then also I'm gonna go into here. And then I'm gonna click this because I'm going to, I technically have an RV site even though it's just a truck camper, you know? So show camps, go on maps, and there's just hundreds around you. Like, I'm probably gonna find myself near Albany. Let's zoom into Albany, search this area, and it's just going to show, so you got 45 bucks right here. It has 46 reviews, 95% thumbs up. This one's 40 bucks, 384 reviews, 97% thumbs up. Obviously if you want to get out of like Albany and do a little bit more like out there, we could do Burlington, Vermont area. Search this area, and there's just so many. This one's 20 bucks. There's 3 reviews, and all you need, like, in my opinion, this is all you need, is to spend 20 bucks on the hipcamp app. That's all you need. There's a river you can see. Then they have, I have no idea what that is. Oh, so I think that's where you go to the bathroom. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, there's just people that have extra land on their property, and they're like, okay, let's rent it out for 20, 30, 40 bucks a night or something. I will show you guys the place that I camped at during this trip using this app. Where can I go to that? So I stayed here, right? Did I stay here? Yes. Okay, so this is a spot that I stayed at. Since it's off season, prices are very, very cheap right now. I'm sure in a couple months, or 2, 3, yeah, maybe like 2, 3 months, hipcamp prices are gonna be a little bit more expensive. Like this one's 35 bucks per night. When I booked it 2 weeks ago, it was 20 bucks. But it's getting a little bit nicer and more warmer out, more people are booking, so the prices are going back into on-season prices. I paid 20 bucks to camp here. You guys saw it. It was such a beautiful location, but it's super easy. It's literally Airbnb, but for camping. Like, you can do tents. Most of them are tent sites. It's the RV sites are a little bit more difficult. If I didn't put the selection in for RV sites and just did like tent sites, we would have had a million pop up on the screen on maps. It's crazy, but highly recommend checking that app out. Again, I don't work with them or anything, just an app I personally use and I really like, because there's so many camping apps that I strongly dislike. So this one gets a Becca approval. But we have a campsite booked on hipcamp tonight. I was gonna try to find my own camping spot, but I'm not feeling too great, so literally like 5 minutes ago I just booked us a campsite somewhere in New York. It was 20 bucks for the night. It's someone's backyard. I don't know. That's the beauty of this app. Oh, this guy's, I'm messaging the person right now as we speak, and he said there's another family camping there right now. They're great folks, and you can plug in for electric. There's no hurry on leaving tomorrow either. Have fun in Toronto. I'll see you soon. Just let me know whenever your ETA is. Great. Like, that's so cool. That's so cool. We still have a lot to check off on this list to talk about, but quite frankly, not feeling too hot. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. Well, sorry, excuse me. I have to head back into America and hopefully make it in safely. My passport is right here. And then grocery store to get some stuff for dinner tonight, and then campsite. Sounds like a good plan to me. We're literally going over Niagara Falls on the bridge right now. This is so cool. That's Niagara Falls, and that's how we're getting back into America. How's it going?
You by yourself?
Yes, just me.
What is your citizenship, Rebecca? Where is home for yourself?
Rhode Island.
What was the purpose of travel to Canada? The vehicle is yours?
Yes.
Do you have anything to declare in the vehicle?
What?
Do you have anything to declare in the vehicle?
No.
Alcohol, tobacco, weapons of any sort?
No.
Is the back unlocked?
Yeah. It's a little messy, but if it isn't unlocked, only this side locks. So
Okay.
you just turn it and it lifts up.
Alright, you're all set.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
And now we're in New York. Every single time they always want to go through the bed of my truck. Does the bed of my truck look sketchy? That there's a mattress back there? Maybe. Maybe so. Maybe so. My first stop back in America, and someone just flirted with me in the parking lot of a gas station. So I am going to awkwardly drive away. Woo! That was fun. That was an interesting one. I just like, man, I don't feel right. I think the water is helping, but you can also drink too much water and not be okay. So I don't, if I can finish half of this to like here, cool. So you can't see that line because that didn't work. If I can get to like here, just probably not exactly halfway, but I'll be okay after that. I can't explain it, and I feel like such a baby, but I feel dizzy. Like really, really dizzy. We're in the camper, baby. I will not bore you, but yes, I am home. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be confused. Long story short, I filmed some of it, but I don't really want to put it in. I ended up getting really sick. My stomach was not doing good. I had to get a hotel, and yeah, I wasn't doing too hot at the hotel, and I ended up waking up the next morning and driving home. This is about 2 weeks later, and I'm feeling all right. Feeling okay. It's kind of TMI what was wrong. Why I was like nauseous and dizzy. I know what was wrong, so yeah. And then I started to feel better when I was home for maybe 2 days, and then my allergies kicked in, so I went to the doctors because I didn't know it was allergies. I don't really get allergies ever. Sometimes, like maybe every other couple of years I'll get them kind of bad. But they didn't feel like allergies. My doctor was convinced it was allergies. She gave me medicine. The medicine didn't work, and it went straight to my chest, whatever it was, allergies or some sort of cold. And then I got bronchitis. Okay, I'm ready. Move your hands. Sorry. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is intense.
Yeah. I know.
Oh my god, I'm supposed to stay under there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Breathe it in.
Alright.
Mouth or nose, whatever is easier for you.
I'm feeling great though. My voice is back to normal. I'm feeling good. Like really good. Super behind on filming and whatnot, but I needed some time to feel better and my body has recouped. We are going literally straight back to where we just were in New York to kind of finish up the trip and what else we had planned, because I was supposed to go fishing the following day, so I had plans with a couple of people and I will fulfill those plans, just not right now. I'm waiting probably another week and then I'm gonna hit the road again. We're going straight back up, don't worry. But yeah, a little inconvenient to say the least, but let's get back on track. We touched on freecampsites.net, we've touched on hipcamp. Now let's talk about public businesses. This is hit or miss. I feel like it's rude to chew gum in front of you guys, sorry. And talk, you know. Okay, so when talking about public businesses, just because I'm gonna sit here and say these businesses do allow it, sometimes they don't. It kind of depends on the manager working and the location. Always ask, always go into the business and ask, or even call and ask, whatever you have to do. Getting permission is just gonna save you if anything were to happen. When you camp at a public business, it's not luxury, right? You don't have any full service, no plugins, no amenities, which I'm totally fine with, but some people are like, oh. So yeah, I enjoy camping at public businesses when I have to, and I've done it plenty of times. Every single one I'm about to name, I personally camped at. So you got 24-hour gyms, 24-hour, 7-day a week, 24/7 opened gyms are the best. You can definitely find some still, but pre-COVID, there were a lot of gyms that were 24/7. Now it's kind of hard to find them, and even if they say they're 24/7 on their website, call and ask, because a lot of times they aren't. All businesses change their hours heavily. And then you got Bass Pro. I've done that plenty of times. Cracker Barrel, too many times. Churches, I stayed at one church and got the pastor's permission in South Carolina. One of you guys actually asked permission for me, so that was amazing. Home Depot, done that a bunch. Walmart, a bunch. I could keep going on and on. I think it's Costco allows it as well. I don't have any Costco's near me. Something I haven't tried, but there's a lot of businesses that do allow it. Again, always ask. That's a great option too, right? So is it gonna be my first option? No, definitely not, but sometimes it's just nice. Preferably out of everyone I just named, Bass Pro is my favorite personally, because everyone that's shopping there, not everyone working there per se, but we're all kind of into the same thing, the outdoors, hunting, camping, you know. So Bass Pro is my favorite out of everything on this list. Now so that was number 3. Number 4, this one is underrated in my opinion, is Facebook groups. I'm in only 3 Facebook groups. I actually got this one from I think it's pronounced Quaddy. He's a YouTube truck camper as well, and I got that one from him that he mentioned in his video where he talked about this. I think his YouTube name is Quaddy. I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm gonna get roasted. He's a great YouTuber, check him out. So shout out to him. I watched his video when he uploaded this like maybe a year ago at this point. It might not have been that long, I'm not sure. But I ended up joining a couple Facebook groups, and there's a bunch of camping groups that you can join, ask, and everyone's super friendly. Maybe not everyone, but for the most part, I've had good luck just going through the comments. I don't think I've ever personally made a post in a Facebook group for camping to find a camp spot, because I get kind of nervous, but I like to go through them, and there's some really great pointers in there. Definitely recommend doing that. It's just like one big community. Yeah, that one's a good one. I just haven't personally gone out of my way to make a post where I'm in a new area asking anything, but that's a good one. And then this one I wanted to touch on. I know I find like some really cool campsites, and I'll get comments saying, why don't you tell us where you camp? Like, this looks like such a great spot. And then sometimes I'll get comments saying, stop gatekeeping. I'm not really gatekeeping. Just for safety reasons, I don't want to always say where I'm camping. Sometimes I'll say the town, or I'll always say the state that I'm camping in. But it's just nerve-wracking because if I find a spot that I like, not most of the time, but I would say like 4 out of 10 times there's a good shot I'm going back and camping there. So if I say it to you guys, there's gonna be some people that might, it's just for safety. That's all. I'm really sorry. I work really hard to find these camp spots as well, so it's kind of like, it's the same thing as fishing when you're like blowing off a spot and posting about it. It's the same thing. I don't really care if you know where I'm camping. It's just I don't want to personally say it and make it more of a thing. Safety. That's it. Now, so what was that? That was 4. Let me make a note real quick. Okay, so number 5. This one might get some feathers ruffled. I do not like the Drift app. The Drift app. DRYFT. I've tried using it multiple times. There's ads all over Instagram and TikTok and everything saying that it's the best app for free camp spots. I don't really like it. The free version isn't really that great, so obviously that makes you want to pay for the upgrade version. It's expensive. I ended up paying for the upgrade version just to see if it's even remotely worth it. I don't think it's worth it. That was just my personal experience with it. I ended up using it actually on the trip in Canada a couple of times, and it just didn't really help me with anything that I couldn't have figured out myself and saved myself a bunch of money. I don't recommend the Drift app, but I know a lot of people will sit here and say it's a good app, so I figured I'd throw that out to you guys. I much rather use hipcamp, which I know isn't necessarily the same because you have to pay for hipcamp, and Drift is supposed to be free camp spots, whatever. I don't really like it. I'm probably still gonna give it some tries in the future, but it's just not for me. Couldn't really get with it. And then number 6, Google Maps. The best out of everything on this list, in my opinion. Where's my phone? I'm sitting on my phone. Let's go through Google Maps together, because Google Maps, it's so nice. It's so nice. There's this little thing called Street View. So I want to go to Tennessee really bad. So let's zoom in on Tennessee and do Crossville. Sure, why not? So let's come here and just do like camping. These are a bunch of camp spots, and this one right here actually says Cumberland Mountain State Park, and it looks to me, just based off of looking at, that it's free. Perfect. This one's $12 for a backcountry site, and then you know you can kind of get a little bit more fancy, 39, 37, all that. But that took me 2 seconds to find that spot. I know it's not free, but that's also plenty of these are gonna be free if you just keep on looking. Daddy's Creek campsite. That's an eye-catching name. Oh my god, it's beautiful too. Holy. That water was clear. One thing that I like to do is I'll go on here and look at trails. And then there's a lot of walking trails here. So if I zoom in on actually this one that we just looked at, because I think it's a funny name, that's a parking lot right there, and I guarantee you it's campable. But we can pin right here and do Street View, and Street View is amazing. And this is a great example of it's not always going to show Street View, but as you can see, this is going to lead to that parking lot right here. And it's off the beaten path, that's for sure. So that's awesome. That's probably a spot I would 100% camp. The cool thing about trailheads is almost all of them allow overnight camping. Some of them you need a permit to overnight camp at trailheads, but why they allow it is for backpackers that park there and then go camping in the woods and tent camp, hammock camp, and whatnot. So that is a great one. Trailheads are key. I've camped at plenty of trailheads. But another thing, Google Maps is just so incredible when it comes to, look at Black Mountain, because that sounds, yeah, look at, I don't know what that is. I probably wouldn't even bother checking that out. This one, probably not gonna have a street view. Oh, no, there is a street view. Oh, no, that's not a street view. We're on a rock. Anyways. Street view is awesome. Definitely recommend doing that. Looking at trailheads. You can type in anything your heart desires on Google Maps. But let's hop off of Google Maps really quickly. Roadtrippers. Okay, I love this app. Again, not sponsored. I just found this one recently. This is so cool. What state do we want to do? Let's do Utah. Temple Square. So this right here is going to be, so let's just do Utah. I don't know why. Start trip. What do I want to look at? We want to look at the great outdoors. Start trip. And then it's going to show you everything along your route that you should stop and look at that are like major attractions. I don't know what this is. So this is just like a cool, oh, oops. We can just zoom in Denver. And it'll just show you like also camp spots. It will show you camp spots. This thing right here, Indiana Hot Springs, Mount Evans, Twin Tunnels, like just like a bunch of different things. And a lot of them will have pictures and reviews and everything. So it will map out your entire route. Like I want to get to Utah and that's my entire route of plenty of attractions to check out anywhere. It is so cool. And you can also like do filters and say type of places you want to look at, you know, all of these options. State parks, trails, parks and gardens, you know, national parks is a cool one. Beaches and swimming spots. So this is a really great app that I use to help me find camping spots. Not always, but I have used it twice so far. Just because there's so much over here, you can just really like pin a spot that has a lot of different stuff going on that seems more like camping and whatnot. Definitely recommend this app. It's just going to show you everything. Like you're just going to be able to see everything attraction wise that's around you. So I figured I would throw this in just to make your trips more enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Get out there. It's hard passing through a state that you've never been to and you feel like you're missing stuff. So I like to use this app so I'm not missing stuff, you know. I will say this has been successful. I feel like I got a lot of things off my chest and I can help you guys have a better time and a safer time on the road. Super important to be able to have a good camp spot, you know. It's not going to happen every single time. You will have your times where you're staying at a Walmart or a 24-hour gym, of course, but if you can avoid it with these tips, that will make me very happy. So if you guys have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them down below. It feels weird posting a video where we're not camping or fishing in it. So I went fishing with Noelle yesterday. So enjoy this clip of us going out. I ended up catching a giant bass. So enjoy that. Just a way to end the video on a good note and show you guys. I don't know what else to do with the clip. I posted it on Instagram, but I want to post it to YouTube. So enjoy the clip of me coming home, beating bronchitis and going fishing. Again, questions, comment them down below. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We're home. We're doing a couple things and then we're hitting the road again. But for now, enjoy this beautiful big bass that I caught. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it feels big too. Yeah.
Becca. Oh my god. Becca. Oh my god. How do you feel?
Code BeccaGuggenSquad.com on the wacky rig.
Oh my baby.
Oh my god, yeah.
Away.
That's so messed up. But yeah, wow, holy crap. Just a 5-pounder, maybe even bigger. Do we have a scale?
I don't know. I ran out of time on that. I was just on Snapchat. I was like, I had to get it. Let me see my little baby. Becca catches a monster and I catch a like 1/2-pounder.
Well, we just came out here and kind of been messing around. As you guys know, this is just getting thrown at the end of the video that we were talking about places to camp, and I couldn't think of a better way to end a video on a 6-pound. I think 6 pounds, but to be conservative, I'll say 5.5. But that's like, I mean, come on. That's a big fish. That's a big fish.
Oh my god.
I have no words.
I think that's a 6
I think
all
that's
day
a
long.
6 like, I would say 6 1/4. But I know people are gonna get mad, so I'll say 5.5 for conservative reasons. But just unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, come on, girl. She's gonna kick off strong.
Dude.
Give me some. That's sick. Well, Noelle's stuck right now, but I figured this would be a good spot to end the video. We're gonna grab some grub, get out of here. It's been pretty nice to relax. My GoPro ended up dying and I caught a couple perch on some finesse baits and we just had fun. I got on that really big fish. So yeah, I know this video is all over the place, but I don't know what else you guys kind of expect at this point. But if you guys have any questions down below about places that I camp, and like if I didn't explain something correctly, just drop it down in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer your comments and questions. So I'm gonna close out this video here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go check out Noelle.
Well, Roth on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and everything else.
All of her socials linked down below. Go check it out.
Go check her out.
Go check her out. All right, I'm gonna end the
Love
video
you
here.
guys.
We love you. Catch beautiful people on the next one.